Life is full of twists and turns. Some choices we make are very deliberate and planned, whereas sometimes things just happen. We are all going to face long-term challenges, whether it's your family growing, illness, or maybe you're ready to take that 6-month sabbatical you've been dreaming of. Before taking long-term leave, you will want to prepare for coming back to work, which means you will need a job or clients to come back to. Before taking long-term leave, you will want to prepare yourself as well as your employer or clients for your absence. To prepare yourself, you'll need to ask some simple questions. What do you imagine this leave is going to be like? Is this going to be a brand new situation? Is it going to be stressful? What would your ideal day look like while you're away from work? Are you wanting to sip a drink on the beach without your phone pinging? If you're in the middle of breastfeeding, do you want a coworker to call with a question about a simple procedure they've never done? If you're caring for a loved one, do you want a client to contact you about a possible project? Once you understand what would make you the best you during your long-term leave, you can prepare to share the news with your employer or clients. First things first, you have to communicate that you are going to be taking extended leave. For an example, say you're expecting a new child. It is up to you when you would like to announce that your family is growing. Depending on the nature of the arrival of your child, you may decide to wait due to factors like medical conditions, adoption timelines, and so on. If you're an employee, there may be a lead time that your employer requires you to report your expected leave so that they can prepare for your absence. If you're a business owner or an independent contractor, you have a few more things to factor in. To ensure that you leave your clients happy and excited to come back when you're ready, you will want to give them enough time to finish projects as well as find a new person to pick up the work that you will no longer be able to do. As a best practice, you will also want to share an estimated date when you're expected to return to work. When you first submit your expected leave dates, you will also want to share your availability, communication levels, and any other special notes. Availability is speaking on your willingness to work during leave, as well as the conditions of that work. If you've decided to work remotely or part-time during your extended leave, make that clear. If you don't mind taking on overflow work or jumping on projects here and there if needed, make that clear. If you plan on being totally unavailable during the extent of your leave, make those expectations clear as well. Communication is simply laying out your ground rules and expectations if someone needs to contact you. Are you open to calls, text, or email? Maybe none of the above. Being transparent about your preferences ahead of your leave will mitigate irritation and the appearance of unprofessionalism if you don't respond in a timely manner. Make sure your employer or clients understand your communication preferences as well as an expected time for a response. You will also want to share how you will tackle details as your leave date comes closer. For example, I am expected to give birth on April 15th, but in the event that date changes, I will communicate directly and adjust my leave dates accordingly. If you are anticipating that you will not be coming back to work, you will want to be upfront about that information. Always leave a relationship on a high note. The last thing you want to do is irritate an employer or client by waiting around and wasting their time when they could be finding a new employee or contact to help them continue where you left off. You never know what the future holds, and you may need to reach out for contract work or a recommendation. And lastly, you will want to share the steps you are taking to prepare others to take on your work. You may want to offer training a temporary employee or someone close to your role. Documenting common tasks and procedures that you are responsible for that can be handed off is a great way to prepare your coworkers. The more information you prepare and make available will make your absence all the easier and may result in less emails and calls full of questions. At the end of the day, every one of us will need to take time for ourselves or family. To manage it gracefully and positively requires transparency, communication, and an understanding of our own needs. Oh, and P.S., make sure to set up a vacation responder on your email. You never know who will contact you while you're away. Have you had to take an extended leave of absence? How did you prepare? We would love to know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on Home Base.